What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about this female who's 23 years old, and she ended up losing her young life after she tried to help set up a man to get robbed, but ended up basically being used as a shield to help the other guys escape. Now, I want y'all to understand something when in regards to a lot of our modern women of today. They have absolutely no problems getting involved with the wrong type of people. This young lady lost her life because she tried to help 4 idiotic males who are going to eventually get caught, and they're going to pin her losing her life on them, because the guy that actually ended up pulling the trigger was a guy that is deemed by police as a guy that was defending himself, so they're not going to charge him. But she basically lost her life for nothing. And I want this video to be a lesson to a lot of these young females of today. Be careful of the type of people you try to impress and that you involve yourself with. Unfortunately, a lot of these modern melanated women get involved with a lot of these males who are running the streets, ain't got nothing going on, and these females want to be a part of these groups, so they try to impress them by doing things like this. This is what happens when you hang around those bad boys. You ended up, they basically used her as, I won't say a shield. She is what some in this particular platform would call a bullet bag, because she was the first one and only one to get hit, because there was an exchange of gunfire and she was the only one that was hit. The other 4 got away. Now we're going to get into it. This according to STL today. The woman who lost her life in Glasgow Village this week was trying to rob an acquaintance in a home invasion when he took her life, authorities said Wednesday. Once again, this is why I do not feel sorry for what happened with her, because again, this could have been the guy that they tried to rob. You know, he could have lost his life, because those males that she was with, they were carrying weapons. They were ready to do bodily harm to that male, and they would have done bodily harm to him if he not was ready. It seemed like when he went to that door, he was strapped already. He took no chances, which probably saved his life. The man that fatally took the life of Shabria Furlow won't face charges because prosecutors decided it was a justified homicide. It's just legitimate self-defense. Christopher King, a spokesman for the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office, told the Post-Dispatch there is no evidence of a crime, not none. The only crime that was occurring was her and these 4 idiotic males trying to rob this guy. Furlow, who's 23, died at the home in the 300 block of Lancaster Road around 3:20 a.m. Tuesday. The scene is in unincorporated North St. Louis County. Furlow from Bridgeton was among several people trying to commit a robbery or home invasion, said Sergeant Tracy Punis of the St. Louis County Police Department. Furlow knew the man who shot her. King said they knew each other from Arkansas, where Furlow has many relatives. The man who shot her was visiting the home in Lancashire and did not live there, King said. She showed up with a number of armed males, King said. Furlow approached the home with 4 men. Now, she was leading the group. This female here was leading the group. She was the leader. This is why she got hit and nobody else did, because she was in the house while they were walking up to the door, because one of the guys that ran away had a flashlight. She approached the home with a number of armed males, King said Furlow approached the home with 4 men, 2 of them carrying weapons. King said police haven't caught the men who were with Furlow, so they don't know their motive for the confrontation. The motive is robbery. That man probably had a lot of money on him. That's how she knew him. This female knew that he probably had money on him. Maybe he's a flashy guy, and that's why she considered him a lick. And this guy was visiting. So maybe they thought, well, he's visiting. He doesn't really know anybody here. It'll be an easy score. These are dumb people. Every last one of them. Dumb, dumb, dumb. After the fatal incident, detectives questioned a man, and Punis said he was cooperative. Detectives turned their findings over to the St. Louis County prosecutor, Wesley Bell, whose office decided not to file charges. King said the detective and the assistant prosecutor agreed that it was a case of self-defense. Under Missouri self-defense law known as Castle Doctrine, people who encounter an intruder in their homes are given more leeway in using deadly force. So, basically, you have every right to have a weapon in your home and to protect your home. Okay, there's no ambiguity here. All right, the law allows the person to use that force without fear of being charged or sued. Punis refused to release the name of the man who took the life of Furlow because he wasn't arrested or charged. She says she didn't know how old he was, which is good because they always release the names of men. They don't even release this guy's name because he didn't do anything. He was protecting his home, or the home that he was in, right? He was protecting it. Furlow, who went by the nickname Bria, lived on the 3900 block of Brittany Circle Drive in Bridgeton. Court records show no criminal record in Missouri for Furlow. Only a speeding ticket issued in Creve, in March. She was the mother of 2 children. So she was a single mother. Said her uncle Mark Johnson of Blytheville, Arkansas. Johnson said relatives were trying to cope with her death and the allegation that she was involved in the crime. It's tough for us right now. I know it's tough, but that's the reality, unfortunately. This young lady helped to try to commit a crime. She helped to try to commit a crime when she really did not need to. She did not need to commit this crime. She have 2 children to worry about. But is she concerned with that? No, she's concerned with being able to help these idiots rob a man that she didn't even know like that. It's like, why do this? You have 2 children to work, but she doesn't care about that. Instead of her being at home or being at work, because again, she's only had a speeding ticket. Instead of her being at home or at work, she's somewhere with these idiots, these morons, these broke, lame losers trying to rob somebody, because I hate thieves, okay? This female had everything to live for, but she threw it away just so she can impress these dumb, idiotic males that she was dealing with. And there's a lot of females just like her who are willing to throw their life away just so they can impress a bunch of dudes who didn't even go back to check on her. They ran away. As soon as that dude started busting shots, they ran away. And I would not doubt that one of those dudes was her boyfriend. How many of y'all want to bet that we're going to find out that one of the dudes that was there with her is probably her boyfriend or baby daddy? Once again, these females make awful choices in men. They make awful choices in friends, and they throw their life away and other people's lives away due to their own actions. Now her children are going to have to grow up without her, and there's nobody else to blame but her, because she led them there. She gained access to that home to rob a guy that she barely knew. You don't think that man had a family? And now she's gone. Them dudes ran away. It might be tough trying to find those guys. Maybe once they get access to her phone and and you know, maybe they'll make arrests probably sometime soon. But it's just sad that this young lady who has 2 children, 23 years old, 23 years old, and she resorted her life to helping dudes rob somebody that she probably barely knew or she knew of. Why? Just so you can impress them? This is what's going to happen, ladies, when you continue to deal with these males who don't care about you. They used her basically as a shield. While she was losing her life, they were running away like cowards. So let us know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all in the next one.